speaking of monitoring the data, speaking of, well, this goes into Economics 101, I told you so, I guess. The headline from the Santa Monica Daily News is, Pepperdine, of course, is a university out in California. Pepperdine study claims fast food minimum wage prompted job losses. Now, Harvard and 2 California universities, the one at San Francisco and the one at Berkeley, they both put out studies saying, no, wages went up. This is when California, of course, it was at $20 or something, a mandated minimum wage. No, this won't hurt jobs at all. Everything's doing fine. Well, now Pepperdine's blowing the whistle on this, saying, no, it's doing exactly what Economics 101 tells you. It's going to cost people jobs when you jack up the cost of labor like this.
Absolutely. You get to a point of diminishing returns. And so, yeah, again, minimum wage, people want to argue all the time. I don't really care about minimum wage. I just tell people, because whatever you set it, it's just going to end up in the price of the goods and things that we buy, right? And the old adage is whatever minimum wage is, that's about what a meal will cost at the average fast food place. So if you have minimum wage at $12, then it's going to cost you about $12 to drive through and get a meal at Chick-fil-A or et cetera, right? If you raise it to 15, where California was, but California jumped from 15 all the way to $20, and it's cost tens of thousands of people their employment, and it's cost several of them that's still employed hours that they depend on and count on. Because again, it's just Economics 101. It's so simple to understand, yet we don't teach economics, unfortunately, Chip, in high school anymore. And so people do not understand. You can make minimum wage $50 an hour. You're not going to be better off. You're going to be worse off within 18 months because the cost of everything you buy has to go up to pay for that labor. There's no free lunch, right? And the other problem is this hurts promotions at work. I started my first job off the farm at Chick-fil-A in the Spotsylvania County Mall.
You claim to have been on the ground floor for the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yes, it was our version of the honey mustard we made in-house before they even had a sauce. And the Washington Post did a story on this. It's true. It turned into what you now know as Chick-fil-A sauce. But Chip, I was paid $3.35 an hour. That's my starting wage when I worked at Chick-fil-A, and I had to wear a little bow tie and this big polyester uniform, right? But I hustled, and I got a raise to like $3.50. Right, and then to $3.75, and I was a shift supervisor, whatever the title was called. Started the management. Imagine that. It was like $4 an hour. Woohoo! But people understand is you had room to promote and pay somebody who was more productive at work. If you just keep raising minimum wage, you have to pay everybody the same wage, because maybe somebody was $15 an hour, but somebody over here was working twice as effective, and you're paying $18 an hour. You got more productivity out of the $18 guy. You're glad to pay him. And the idea is he'd set an example. The guy who's making 15. Well, I want to make 18 like John over here. Well, be as productive as John and we can pay you. But if you just force these wages, you lose productivity, you lose profit margin, and you have to increase the price on your consumer, your customer, your client. We've got to get back to teaching financial basics in this country, but we have a country full of illiterate people financially. It's sad when people go to get financial advice on TikTok and videos and YouTube. You're watching this channel, but you've got to understand the basics, and we've got to do a better job of explaining that.